Yo, what's up guys? We're here at Brainerd. It's day one. Hoping for a good weekend. We got some good weather, big crowds. Let's go.
Right here, and look at that. He is under right now by over a quarter of a second if he can continue this. Best second and third sectors of the session so far. Three straight personal bests. If he puts this together, he should jump to third. Let's see what he does. Out of the final turn, turn 13, to the line. Time pops up. Second, he found a little bit in that final sector, and he now is only a quarter of a second off a teammate Bouvier.
Looks like he went down in, it looks like turn 12, I believe.
Let's see what happens here. Does he do that? He does, a 130.688. And the checker flag comes out. That puts Bouvier on top by 4/10 right now.
Yeah, yesterday went pretty good. We got a little bit of rain towards the end of the session yesterday. So we weren't able to throw in a new race tire, but this morning rolled out on new rubber, felt really good. Was able to string together some good laps, and then had a really good lap flyer on the Q tire. So yeah, I'm super happy we got to test here. This track's pretty tricky, so obviously haven't lined up to race here yet, so don't really know what to expect, but yeah, it should be good and looking forward to it.
We ended up getting P2 yesterday in the first qualifying, so just trying to improve some things overnight, and yeah, we ended up P2 in the second qualifying today. So the BMWs are both 1 and 2. Cam's in front of me. Yeah, so we'll just kind of see how this race goes, but feeling pretty good for the first race, and we'll just I'll try my hardest and see if I can stay in that front group battle.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend so far. Qualifying is really tight, but we're on the front row, which is good. That's important here. But yeah, like I said, the grid is tight, so I think it's going to be some good racing, and go out there, have some fun, put on a show, and do our job. But like I said, I think it's going to be exciting.
Fastest second sector of all. So he is starting to dial it up here for sure. Defending champ Tyler O'Hara on the Indian will be third. He'll be in the baggers, and he'll start on the front row for the races coming up. And that's going to be good news for him. Bobby will start on pole for the race and the challenge.
No, man, the pace is good. We're running smooth. We're still with little dragging issues on that big bagger, but we're going to try to raise the bike up a little bit, so we could find some more pace, a little more lean angle. But feeling good, feeling confident, and the bagger's been running pretty good this weekend. So looking forward to race 1 and 2 and be on the box.
Last year you had a couple crazy passes around the outside. You plan on doing any of those, or what's the plan?
Man, these boys are riding pretty good, and I think they kind of studied what I've done well at this track. So it's going to be a little difficult doing all that stuff. So we got to make some room out there if I don't get a good start.
Yeah, qualified second for the baggers, and had a pretty good bagger challenge. Working on a few things, but it's gonna be a little tricky. The track's pretty greasy right now. It's hot out, and we have 7 laps or something like that. So it's gonna be a little tricky. We'll see how it all plays out. I think everybody's gonna be moving around quite a bit, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good race, and probably gonna have a good group of guys there at the front. So I'm looking forward to it. The Van Hines Harley's working freaking good, so it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, so qualifying 2, we started out with a R5 on the rear, and got 2 laps in and 1 flyer, and that put us P3. And halfway through qualifying, we had a little oil down. 43 put some oil down on the track, and that took about 15 minutes or so to clean that up. And we didn't go any faster after they put all the oil down on the track, so we ended up P3 in the qualifying, and then put us into the dash. So I was on the front row, which we need to be for the race, which is just what really is important. And I was able to rip the start from the front row outside, and hit my marks, and was able to bring it home in the Dash for Cash, and just learned a lot about what we need to apply to the race here in this afternoon.
The halfway point of the season behind us, we begin the final drive towards the #1 plate. Defending champion Gagne has a firm grasp on the trophy, but Minnesota hasn't been his best track. Will Gagne extend his lead, or will Beaubier and the rest start to even the playing field? It's time to find out right now. Superbike race #1 is a go. Beaubier gets a decent launch from the inside, but you can see it's Gagne, just like Jason said, sweeping around the outside.
It's pretty incredible also. Now Beaubier is trying to make quick work.
Oh, where are you going, Cameron? Whoa! He's definitely got to get off the track. He sees it now, so there might have been something in that incident. So clutches are out. Beaubier with another good launch, but look at Jake Gagne sweep around the outside.
To look at doing anything with PJ. Cam's going to see that Gagne's not just getting away. 31.5.
Oh, Beaubier! Unbelievable! Almost saved it in the middle of the racetrack, and was there contact with his bike with another rider? It was so close. On that 4-horse HSBK Racing Ducati entry, he's won a race this year already, and was so excited about it at MotoAmerica. The rider who's been in and out of this class for the last couple seasons, of course, a national champion back in 2013, is Josh Herron.
Tyree, PJ tries to square him up in the last right-hander.
PJ Jacobsen with one last corner to do it in. He's trying to get a drive on Gagne. Knows he's been spinning. So here we go. Gagne behind the bubble, and he gets to the flag first and gets another win. And how about Josh Herron able to keep his podiums alive?
Yeah, a bit of a crazy start there. First start, I got a good start. The Yamaha gets off good, and it's almost better, like I said, starting on the left side. And I felt something happen. I didn't know if somebody hit me or something, but yeah, my rear end stepped out. Then I looked back and I saw Cam and a couple guys running off. So that was good. I mean, hats off to him for getting it in there and stopping that thing. And then, obviously a restart, another pretty good start. So then I kind of led right away, and I knew it was one of the Beamers behind me. And then there was a few laps in where I think I saw Beaubier's bike on the side of the track. So, I mean, I said it already, but it just sucks it's bad luck for that guy and the team. And but it was a tough race. Like, really, it was really hot, really greasy to me. Maybe with some of the restarts, the track felt a little bit different than it had all weekend. So, but I think we can try to improve, because all the boys are going to be gunning for a win tomorrow, and it's not going to be easy. But yeah, hopefully we can all put our heads together and try to improve a couple areas and go racing.
Was a pretty difficult race. Everything that happened at the beginning and stuff with Cam, and then Schultz hitting me because I moved over from Cam, so that was kind of a mess. And then the whole thing with getting oil on my tire and everything. So yeah, I was kind of heated in the beginning of the race. Got back out there, and then got a good start again, and tried to go just follow Jake. And then I felt like I was a bit stronger at the beginning of the race, but yeah, I just couldn't overtake him really. So yeah, it was he was faster in some spots, and I was faster in some spots. So yeah, just ended up getting P2, and I was trying hard to get the win, but fortunately I didn't, and we'll move on till tomorrow and do some homework tonight.
Yeah, that was it's a difficult start to the weekend. Every session's been really difficult, and today was race one was for sure the best session that we've had all weekend. So I'm happy we finally got a string lap so we can go back and look at the data. So it seems like every weekend that's kind of been the issue. Like, we struggle to get good data until race one, then we can use that data for race two. So I'm happy with the result today and hoping we can get further up tomorrow.
The riders line up for this 9-lap affair in Mission King of the Baggers. Here we go. Oh, and a big jump from the middle from
Hayden Gillum.
Gillum.
Oh man! Kyle Wyman, and it looked like one of the other Indians got together right off the start. Trying to see, I don't know if Fong made the pass. I thought he had, yes.
He has, yeah.
Fong has made the pass, so he's moving forward, Greg, and we'll have to look and see what this lap time is going to be as he backs that big Indian in to turn 11.
He's won here before, and Bobby loved this racing circuit, Brainerd International Raceway. The question is, with 4 laps to go, was it too much at the start of the race? Through that really fast section, through the overhead shots between turns 1 and 2. It looked like it. Here comes Hayden Gillum.
Oh, O'Hara's
got a big problem.
Big problem for O'Hara as he rides the bike off the track.
And towards the checkered flag, and it'll be Hayden Gillum who takes victory here. Mission King of the Baggers. Race number 1, Bobby Fong home in 2nd. And here comes James Rispoli to take 3rd.
Yeah, good day. First place. I was a little nervous with him coming up behind me. Threw the smoke out, gave him a little smoke screen, and yeah, it was a little wild. Got a decent start, and we're just going a good pace with Tyler, and yeah, just had a fun race. It was a little nerve-wracking there at the end. I was just kind of waiting for him to come up on me, and yeah, I had an awesome job. Had an awesome job, awesome race today. I'm tired.
And these 2 classes are brutal. No, it was a good race. We came from a little ways back, had a terrible start, and got on the podium, got some points, and look forward to tomorrow. I felt like I had some good speed at the end, and yeah, just keep chugging tomorrow.
Yeah, it was wild. Me and Wyman decided to bang bags, blew mine off to the guys behind me, and then just got greasy. I rode by myself the whole time, got passed by Fong. He dropped me like a bad habit. Saw the back of him, and O'Hara decided to go straight, tip over, and Bob's your uncle. I'm on the podium.
Yeah, day 2, Brainerd. Nice day here. We got one more Superbike race, a lot of good races today, so yeah, time for some motorcycle racing.
Yeah, I feel, I'm honestly feeling okay, but having last night and yeah, waking up this morning, I feel okay, but I've been having a little spacey moments, and the head is not something I want to mess with, and I don't think anyone should. So I'm gonna set today out and go home, heal up, and come back for pit race.
For Cameron Beaubier, his championship hopes all but disappeared after a difficult first race. But the opposite is true of Josh Herron, who kept his hopes alive with his 8th podium appearance in a row. The number 1 plate Gagne is in control, but can he keep it going? We race the land of 10,000 lakes right now. Here we go. Clutches around, and it looks like a good launch from Schultz on the 11. He's right behind Jake Gagne. So Schultz in 2nd spot, a great launch from that row. And now PJ Jacobson is going to try to go up the inside. No. And how about the Vision Wheel Empire star Suzuki in 3rd spot with Herron in 5th.
Yeah, Brandon Posh there in 4th. And they're all breaking down into this turn 3 for the first time. Posh going to hold that position. Herron runs a little bit wide. That's going to allow, looks like Escalante to go up underneath him, but Gagne gets the start he needs. Matthew Schultz, who didn't get those laps yesterday, Greg. We talk about that all the time.
To go in Medallia Superbike race number 2. There it goes, Herron up the inside. A really clean. That was a great pass.
That was super impressive. Austin.
Sorry, lead change. PJ Jacobson has taken over the lead as Jake Gagne is starting to lose touch with PJ Jacobson. And now it could be that the number 1 plate is going to fall into the clutches of Matthew Schultz. So whatever was going on, PJ Jacobson had had enough to go straight to a chair and relax for a moment and start this Medallia Superbike race number 2. And there goes Hayes. He eases around the 54 Vision Wheel M4X star Suzuki's Richie Escalante, who's had quite a season himself. For PJ Jacobson, the first win in Medallia Superbike. He comes onto the front straightaway. He pulls the trigger of that BMW. To the flag he goes, and PJ Jacobsen takes the win over Gagne. And now it's that battle, and Matthew Schultz is able to hold on for third spot over Bobby Fong.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough race, that's for sure. Tried to, I guess, do some homework last night with, coming up .1 of Jake in yesterday's race. So I had to find, I guess, a spot to pass him at today, and I just went for it in turn 3, and then just tried to maintain the gap and bring it home. But he was on me the whole entire time, so it was like a super hard race. And I'm just really happy that I got my first MotoAmerica Superbike win, and it's awesome. I can't thank Michael Kiley enough and the whole team, and for me being a part of the whole program and stuff. It's a bummer that my teammate unfortunately wasn't in the race, because he would have been there too. But yeah, I want to thank the whole team.
You guys out of here? Clocking out of work earlier. I'm going to tell the boss. All right. Yeah. I have 3 or 4. So you guys.
did a 30.8.
You guys must have gone even quicker than that.
No way.
Nah,
I think so.
Well,
No way.
30, I'm telling you, in the second or third lap, or maybe my dashboard was all messed up, but.
Maybe.
I'm claiming it.
I didn't.
I'm claiming it. Yeah,
I'm
claiming it. Okay.
I didn't see much. Shall we?
Sure.
Yeah, got off to another sweet start. Led going into the infield, which is nice, and kind of put my head down. And it was tricky, in the afternoons. It gets a little slick and hot, and I feel like we made the bike a little more comfortable today. And but I knew that I kept seeing my pit board +0. I knew it was PJ. I knew Heron was there. I knew Schultz was there. I knew I wasn't getting away, so I just tried to click off consistent laps. And PJ came by me in 3, and he put his head down like right when he went by me, and I thought he was inching away 10th by 10th. And then I kind of figured out a couple things to do better, and was almost creeping up, but just always out of striking distance, And but it was fun. It was fun being on that end of the chase, and he was riding really good. He earned that victory big time, and all in all, it was a fun weekend, fun racing, and ready to roll on to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Ridge had some bike problems there. Laguna had some bike problems, had a massive crash. Didn't really collect too much data there. Came into the Ridge. The bike got smoked in the first lap of the first race, didn't collect any data. I've been struggling with setup. So the second race now was just really gritting my teeth and making things happen. And the first half of the race was good. I closed back up to PJ and Jake, but the second half, I think that my shoulder was just hurting me, my forearms pumped up, and I was just hanging on really. But overall, happy to finish third. Mass thank you to the Westby guys. It's been a difficult season, but we all somehow managed to kind of find our way back up to the front. I'm looking forward to the next round at Pittsburgh. It's my favorite track. I've always done best there, so hope you put on the top of the box and swing the season a full 180 degrees.
Clutches are out, and we're away racing, and another really good start from the number 1 plate, Tyler O'Hara.
He's going to take a shot early as Rispoli has got the thing sideways into 3. There was a lot happening there, but Fong was going down the inside of O'Hara. I don't think he's going to make this pass stick, or is he, Greg? He's going to go down the outside now of O'Hara. So you got 2 Indians at the front. The factory one in second place is Wyman now. Looks like he's trying to get a little bit closer to do something with Rispoli. It's kind of hard not to smile about that because of the sheer speed that they're going around the track, Greg. 35.9 that last time by. Bobby Fong's going to be a hard man to catch here. We saw him win at this track last year, and especially after coming right off that Superbike, he's going to get on this bike and want to charge forward as Hayden Gillum shoots down the inside of his teammate in turn 6. He's going to make that pass stick on that Vanson Hines Harley. He's going to have his eyes set forward now. He's had a lot of pace, Greg, all weekend long. We've seen him, as we've said, in Stock 1000, on this bagger, and in Superbike.
In between sessions as the number 1 plate goes up the inside of Rispoli. So that fight from Tyler O'Hara, Rispoli trying to go up the inside. He's going to try to square the corner off. Takes a look over his shoulder. And you can tell from the shadows on the track that O'Hara's got position on Rispoli.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a hard pass for James to make back. He was able to get it close enough to get up underneath O'Hara. Look, O'Hara blocked that move. There was no way that he was going to let James do what he did to him earlier. Now O'Hara's going to be in full close the door mode in the next lap here to try to preserve this podium spot.
One more corner to negotiate for Bobby Fong. Here he comes onto the front straightaway, looks over his shoulder. It's got to be Bobby Fong with victory in Mission King of the Baggers.
Feels good to be on the box, get to win the dash this weekend, and good weekend for Indian Motorcycle, SNS Cycles, and looking forward to the next one.
Second and a first. It's a good weekend for us. I don't know where we're at in points, but we're just going to keep chugging away. Tyler said 2 Indians on the box is always a good thing, especially for Indian, and looking forward to Coda, and hopefully we can get some more Indians on the box.
Last one. Second today, first and second baggers on the weekend, so it's been really good. Been having fun and just enjoying the Vance Hines Mission Harley Davidson, getting it on the box for Harley, being the lone Harley up here. It feels good, especially being a kind of a privateer team. So really good weekend for us. Hats off to everybody over at Vance Hines. They've given me an awesome bike this year.